Hi, this is Sheryl, Araxis 3 Productions, and I would like to speak today a little bit about the violin. I brought some notes with me just so I can remember everything that I want to tell you. The violin, or vitula as it is known in Latin, is an extraordinary instrument which creates beautiful tones close to the human voice. Its range can extend up to 4 octaves and possibly greater, which is incredible. The strings of a violin, which generally are 4, which can be 5 or other. The strings of a violin are tuned in fifths and are G, D, A, and E. The violin is also a mysterious instrument. Each instrument that is made is unique and individual, having a personality of its own. The quality of a violin can range from poor all the way up to professional and concert level instruments which sell for millions and millions at auction and are contained in museums. Sound quality can depend upon a lot of things, most importantly tone woods. And I once read that the best tone woods come from trees which are slow growing with the rings very close together. Also, the sound quality depends on know-how, method of craft, and the varnishes used in making the instruments. The violin as we know it was developed around the 16th century and incurred further modification in the 18th century. Violin making reached its heights in Cremona, Italy, where Amati was born. He was a world-famous violin maker, and he founded his famous school there in Cremona, Italy, where he was born. The old masters developed supreme techniques and know-how for crafting their instruments. And many of the nobility were obsessed with these instruments, particularly Charles IX had a number of instruments made for him by Amati. Early on, nobility and also street musicians had an interest for these instruments. Violins were very popular at the time, and the old masters developed supreme techniques and also varnishes which enabled their violins to sound absolutely incredible. And sadly, violin making went into decline simply because of politics and the economics of the region. With this decline, sadly, a lot of the secrets and the varnishes went with it. On the next video, I would like to discuss maintenance and also the parts of the violin. Thank you. Hi, this is Sheryl, Araxis 3 Productions, and I would like to discuss the parts of the violin and its maintenance. This is the scroll of the violin. Here you see the scroll. This is the neck of the violin. The fingerboard, which is ebony, extends from the nut all the way down. Let me turn the violin around. Here we have the upper bouts and the lower bouts. the F-holes, which allow the sound to escape, and the bridge, the strings, and the tailpiece of the violin. The chin rest, and the button on the end which is connected to the tail gut around it and to the tailpiece. The back of the violin. And I don't know if I forgot to mention the chin rest, just in case I didn't mention the chin rest. But inside of the violin, there is something called the sound post, which is very, very crucial for the operation of the violin. And the violin works very well when everything is in tune and in resonance. Resonance is very important. It allows all of the violin to sing in unison. The humidity at which the violin is best kept is around 40 to 60%. And the temperature around, let's say, 70 degrees. And I would imagine that that's just general. Every violin is different. Each violin has a different stability and window of operation. Through which it best works. But generally, those are the conditions, 40 to 60% humidity, and let's say 45%, 50% humidity, and 70-degree temperature. Any less than that, or temperatures that are very high, humidity that is very low, will cause the instrument to crack or split open where there are seams. So it's not very good for an instrument to become extremely dry or its temperature to become extremely high, because the wood does contain a certain amount of moisture and also absorbs a certain amount of moisture. Oh, I forgot the pegs. This is the peg, and also the peg box where the scroll is. I hope I have been accurate in my video. If not, I apologize for any inaccuracies, but I think it has been accurate. And I hope you enjoyed what I presented to you. This is Sheryl, Araxis 3 Productions. Have a great day.